then judgment will be based on external appearance. But the internal reality is different. And so judgment will be wrong. And this is why Surah Al-Kahf has given us the story of, come on somebody, of Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam, because of a certain answer that he gave, we don't have the time to tell you the story now. He's now seeing with only his external sight. And on 3 occasions he formulates judgment based only on external observation. Number 1, the boat. The boat? The boat? How come only some people are shaking their heads and the others are looking at me strangely? Do you read Surah Al-Kahf? Huh? The boat? Huh? Number 2, the boy. Number 3, the wall. Those of you who are not shaking your head, you better go and read Surah Al-Kahf now, On all 3 occasions, he's wrong. He's wrong. His judgment is wrong. So, even if you have a PhD from MIT, if your judgment is based only on knowledge which is externally derived, then in the age of Dajjal, you'll be wrong. You'll be deceived. Because reality is the opposite of appearance. In order to be able to penetrate reality, and how great is Allah's wisdom now. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. How great is He. How great is His wisdom. That in the last age, the only ones who will be able to penetrate external appearance to reach to the reality of things, in consequence of which they will not be deceived. The only ones then will be those in whose heart there is faith. Maybe the beard is there, mashallah. Maybe the hat is there, mashallah. Maybe he's in the masjid 5 times a day, mashallah. But maybe nothing is in the heart. Nothing in the heart. So he can't see. But when the heart is turned to Allah, when the heart submits to Allah, when the heart says, I live for you, I'll die for you, then that heart, Allah will confer upon it nur. And when such a person sees with that nur, listen to this hadith. My teacher Maulana Fadlur-Rahman Ansari rahimahullah was so fond of quoting this hadith from the Sunan of Tirmizi. The Prophet said, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, he said, ittaqu firasat al-mu'min فَإِنَّهُ يَنْزُرُ بِالنُّورِ اللَّهِ. Fear that awesome, intuitive, internal, spiritual insight of the true mu'min. Because when he sees with the nur of Allah. And so this is Dajjal's major weapon, to reduce people to internal blindness. And so they're deceived, and their judgment is wrong, and they are tested, and they fail the test. There are many other strategies of Dajjal. Many other. Like, for example, let me give you one more and I'll finish. He said, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, the last people to come out to Dajjal will be women. The last people to come out to Dajjal will be women, wanita. And a man would have to return to his home and tie down his wife and sister and daughter to protect and preserve them from Dajjal. My opinion is that this is the modern feminist revolution with its struggles for women's liberation. I wish I had the time to explain the subject to you, but on Friday night at Moise, we will inshallah be able to deal with this in greater detail. When you see the feminist revolution at work, in which, what is happening in the feminist revolution? What is the essence of the feminist revolution?
Equal opportunity.
The essence of the feminist revolution is that women should have the right, the freedom to embrace the functional role of men, if they wish to. That is the essence of the feminist revolution. That there is no functional difference between the male and the female. That you have these basic functions and you have these basic functions. No, says the feminist revolution. Anything a man does, a woman should be free to do. I saw these policewomen in Jakarta, Indonesian girls, and if you see the way they are dressed in Jakarta, it was funny. It was funny. As she assumes the functional role of a man, the modern woman, she has to dress like a man. Have you seen them in jackets, and trousers, and ties? Huh? She has to talk like a man. Her voice has to be like a man. She has to behave in a masculine way in the office, particularly if she's the boss. And so in the process of assuming the functional role of the male, in the language of the Quran now, it is like the night trying to become day. Which surah of the Quran? Come on, somebody. Which surah of the Quran? وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا تَجَلَّى وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنثَى. That in the same way that Allah created the night and the day, so too did Allah create the male and the female. Allah wants the day to remain day, and Allah wants the night to remain night. And so he goes on to say, Inna sa'ayakum lashatta, meaning you are functionally different. With the feminist revolution, the night is now trying to become day. There are enormously dangerous implications in this, but we will take up this subject, inshallah, on Friday. I've given you just a taste of the second part of the lecture, the methodology, the strategies which will be employed by Dajjal for the purpose of pursuing his mission of testing all of mankind, and for the purpose of deceiving Banu Israel as he seeks to deliver to them what will appear to be the return of the golden age. May Allah bless and guide and assist all of those in this gathering now who return home and say, I want to study this subject. I want to study this subject seriously. O Allah, kindly help them. O Allah, kindly guide them. Oh Allah, kindly bless their efforts with success. If you want to study this subject, the Prophet said, which surah? Suratul Kahf. He said, recite Suratul Kahf for protection from the fitna of Dajjal. On what day? Recite it on a Friday and it will protect you until the next Friday. And so this is the surah of the Quran that you have to go into piece by piece. And inside Suratul Kahf, you will find that which will open for you the understanding of the subject. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب